Yes, like I was saying now, my meditations, once I realized being in silence had a lot to do with it. It made me have like a lot of self-realization and look back on what I was doing wrong to make these occur. And a lot was in the interaction with other human beings and other people that changed my vibratory frequency of my Merkaba. I mean, you wouldn't think this is a big deal, but it does matter when you're a seer and you're bombarded by images with your eyes open, or nighttime when it's dark shadows. You see all types of things in the shadows, and especially when you close your eyes, it's like a whole algorithm of a pattern start taking place, and you open up a portal, and it's a whole bunch of mess go on from other worlds opening to other spirit gods, entities, other world, past, present. It's just a whole world that you don't have no control over. Your eyes just do it, and you're just there as an observer. You can't turn it off. So anything that could help to make it at peace and a journey that, like I said, you can't avoid or help be more peaceful is better. So I would like to say, prior to dealing with my neighbors or just people on the island, it was a peaceful journey meditating. It was just me first alone in deep space, and then after a while I started meeting other spirit beings and even adversaries, and learned a lot. Started having teachers, one teacher at a time. Probably last for 1 month to 3 months. I call them gatekeepers, from a hyena to a wolf to a bat. Currently it's the Hat Man, or a black shadow man with a big hat on riding a horse. He's been with me maybe the longest so far, maybe 2.5 years almost now. So with this, I'm only working on a giant face. I will fly to us like I'm in space, and the face I'm in front of, and I will go through it. And it's like if you're going through its pores, that's how big it is. And I also call it the dragon. So this goes into a deeper place now. But I've been doing this for almost 4.5 years, almost 4 years, maybe 5 if I do the real knowledge. But let's just put it in that time bracket someplace. So with doing all of this now, I would be a concern when it changed to where it went to island and the Jamaicans, which wasn't a big concern, but it's just that was what it was for a while. Now people would think, oh, maybe you're just not accepting you're in Jamaica or accepting everything, and you say that's a possibility, but I didn't believe that, and I've proven that that's not what it was. That's why I'm making this conversation long and stretched out. Now, in learning, just traveling, it's steps to it. It's instructions. It's deep instructions that if you don't do it to the exact, it won't work. So we have to establish that this is not something that I just imagine or do. This is very instinctive, very accurate, very precise. You have to do it to the motion, to the breath, to everything for it to work. Okay, so now on that note, where could we pick up at last? Because recently, ever since I've been able to be in silence, my meditations has changed. Usually I do a push thing. This push will give me a forward thrust in the spirit world, and so I push and I travel. Mostly that was really what it was, just a push, and everything else occurred on its own. But after a while now, things changed. I was able to make what's called a chakra and overlay it as an image onto the world that I'm traveling, which caused that world to open up into like more detail of what's going on. And there you see collages of people. It's look like collage of energy, but you see people running around. There's events happening, time, future, and the time past. Everything is just occurring at one moment, and it's what you could grasp and observe with your eyes, what you can make out, and it highlights it and it becomes more of an image. And if you could get into the picture, it gets more real and it becomes just the one that will stand out the rest and start a series of circles and rotations, pushers and pullers, and eventually it'll just be that world that open. Now it's a process to make that happen. You have to follow something I call the black dot, and it's inside a flame or orb that you have to keep. It continues to be opened up to be where you're in that period of time in the situation as it occurs, either as an observer or whatever.